Good morning and welcome back into the studio. Well, it's morning for me. So this is May Artsy Second Sunday, and our theme, well, one of the themes for this month is something masculine, or Father's Day, and made me think of my husband. And I have one of his old shirts that I've ripped up, and I thought I would do something with that for some texture. And I got all these wonderful fibers out of it when I ripped it up. So I thought, oh, those are worth saving. So I put those to the side, and I am working on this 6x6 canvas today. And I was thinking of initially starting off with some champagne gold modeling paste. So that is the only thing I know that I'm going to do. I haven't picked out colors, although we do have blue here, but that's not anything written in stone. But gold is where we're starting. So this canvas has already been pre-gessoed, so I'm not going to worry about putting gesso down. Sometimes I do anyways. Sometimes it helps me loosen up. So I was actually thinking maybe I need to do that and do something first to try and get loosened up, just some mark making in the background, and maybe that will help me formulate which direction I'm going here. So I've pulled out one of my new favorites. It's a Speedball Elegant Writer, and these are water soluble, but they do this really fun thing when you spray water on them or get water on them, and all these pigment colors come out, so it's really fun. So I am starting off with that as just a way to get loosened up. It also helps guide me as I move forward and helps me make decisions as I go. So I have sprayed this with water, and you can see some of that teal color coming out. Eventually here you'll see there's also a little bit of pink that comes out. And I know that this is going to move in the background as I add items. It wasn't anything that's going to end up really showing through. It was just a way to kind of get me feeling a little bit more one with my canvas. So I am using this plastic palette knife to go in with this gorgeous champagne gold modeling paste. And I'm actually using kind of the initial marks I made as just kind of a way to guide me in putting that down. Another thing that I did with this modeling paste is I did go over the edge and carried it on over. I don't always do that, but for some reason I was just led to do that with this one, and so I just followed my instincts on that. And you can see I'm just kind of using that negative space as my guide as to where I'm going to lay down this modeling paste. that that is good and dry, I am going to come in with some of this shirt material, and I've decided that I'm going to rip that into small pieces. And you're going to see here I struggle a little bit with that because I'm going against the grain there. But I do get those all ripped down with a little help from scissors, and apply that with some, I just used on this, I believe, some Fabri-Tac. And it's one of my favorite fabric adhesives. I do use it on paper too, so it's kind of really universal in some sense. At this point, I decided I wanted to go in with some more texture, primarily around those fabric pieces. Actually, I even go a little bit on the fabric pieces, but you'll see that that Elegant Writer pen is moving a lot with that, and that's okay. I wasn't putting this in for that color. I was primarily, I was singularly using this for the texture that it provides. It's a lot like sand paste, but it's a lot finer and softer. And now that I have that good and dry, I am going to come in with my color. So here I'm mixing two colors together, the ultramarine blue and the Payne's gray. So I wanted something a little bit deeper than the color of the fabric. And I am going in with a round brush and getting that applied. And again, I was led to bring it over the edge. I don't always do that. And I gave up the ghost with that round brush. I got the areas that I wanted to have to be really contrasting, that blue to be real stark. And then I just went in with my fingers and got really carried away with all that texture that I was able to bring out. And you'll see here, I'm going to get this dry again, and I am going to come back in with some white gesso. I'm not really doing any dry brushing here. Although there is some that happens along the way. Right there, you'll see I get some of the texture of that canvas coming through, which mimics the texture in the fabric, it was a wonderful surprise when it happened. But really what I'm trying to do is push some of those darks back and bring in some contrasting highlights. It's really at this point in this piece that I am starting to look at composition and making sure it's balanced, not too busy, although I still feel like it did turn out a bit on the busy side. I was really focused a lot on the awesome texture that I got in this, and you'll see those that really come through in the stills at the end. But I did leave those fibers loose, and I'm going to come in with some E6000 and some of the extra fibers that I had left over and go in and add to those. I was really pleased with how that turned out, and so I want to really pump up the volume on those fibers. Listed down below in the description box is a list of all the participants in this YouTube hop. I hope that you continue on and watch the next individual. Thank you for coming along.